Well, hello everyone and welcome to our Friday live Internet Mastery training. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope everybody is having an amazing week and is off to an amazing start for 2024. There are so many awesome opportunities that are going to be talked about and lived through over the next 12 months that are going to literally make this year be your best financial year ever. And I'm super excited to go on and be on this journey with you. I want to address just a couple of things here today. The first one is our upcoming Internet Mastery.live in Miami. And this event, which takes place February 3rd, 4th, and 5th, is going to be extraordinary. I spent several hours this morning going over some of the latest updates to our technology, to SPY Rivals, to Instant Wholesale Analyzer, to Bolo Deals, to the Repricer, that we're going to be announcing. Some of them are even your requests of feature updates that you would like to see. And we'll be launching those live in Miami. Of course, any new features are included in what you already have, but they will only be available in beta release to those of you that are participating in this event. So whether you're watching online virtually from home or you're joining us in person in Miami, you will have access to these new releases. And I'll tell you, they're amazing. I mean, some of the things that are coming, I'm not going to tell you what they are, I didn't even think were possible. And here they are integrated now on our dev server. We are testing them, and they're just amazing. So for those of you that are coming to Miami, it's going to be incredible. If you're watching at home, it's still going to be awesome. And if you don't have your ticket to watch the Internet Mastery.live virtual event in Miami, that takes place in a few weeks, I'm not really sure what you're waiting on. Remember, of course, all the ticket prices are tax deductions, and the archived sections are recorded and will be available. So if you can't make it for that weekend because you're busy, you're traveling, you're working, but you still want to participate in Internet Mastery.live on the virtual side, get yourself a virtual ticket, and then you can watch the archives later whenever it's convenient for you. But stating that you're too busy, you're not available, whatever it is, isn't a good reason to miss out on the event. So let me spend a few minutes with you on the event itself. The event starts on February 3rd at 9 a.m. So registration is going to be at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, the 3rd. So if you're coming in from out of town, you want to come in and be there for Friday night. And then 8 a.m. is registration, and the doors will open at 8:30, and the event will kick off at 9 a.m. on February 3rd. We'll have some breaks throughout the day. We'll have a break for lunch, and then we will adjourn at 6 o'clock on day one. There are no activities planned and scheduled for the evening of Saturday the 3rd. Then on Sunday the 4th, the event will start at 9 a.m. and will continue until 5 p.m. on Sunday. There'll be about an hour break, and then on Sunday evening, the 4th, there will be a VIP dinner. There will not be an Inner Circle experience in Miami. One of the things that we're really understanding about the Inner Circle experiences, and we did the same thing in San Diego where we didn't have one last year, is to really keep that special for our Las Vegas event in August at InternetMastery.live that's coming up later this year. So if you have a ticket for the Inner Circle experience in Miami, it'll just carry over to Las Vegas again, like it did from San Diego last year. So the event will start at 9 a.m. It'll conclude at 5 p.m. on Sunday the 4th, and then we'll have a VIP dinner from 6, usually 6 to 8 p.m. on Sunday night. Then on Monday, we will start off our day again at 9 a.m., and we will adjourn the event at 1 p.m. on Monday. So if you're planning on heading back to wherever you live, you can get in the car, drive home, go to the airport, fly home, or spend a few days in South Florida whatever that is and wants to work out for you on your schedule. The event is going to be interactive. We are going to have guest panels. We are going to have an outside speaker, at least one, maybe two, but one for sure. And it'll be so much content, basic training, advanced training. Actually, later on over the weekend and then into next week, I'll be sending out a survey so that we can make sure that the topics that we are covering are not only things that I want to cover, but specifically things that you want to be covered as well. And then finally, just the networking and the camaraderie and the teamwork that comes from everybody being together in one room. Again, if you're watching at home, that's still going to be better than not participating. We have a very high percentage of our Internet Mastery community that have either the in-person or the virtual ticket. We have a small percentage of our Internet Mastery community, particularly a lot of students that have started in the last 3 or 4 or 5 months that have never been involved in one of these events. And I want to encourage you to get your ticket. You can go to internetmastery.live to reserve your ticket, or at the top of the leaderboard page within your Internet Mastery community, there is a direct link to get your ticket. But time is of the essence. I would say that with about a week to go, 10 days to go, we're going to have to close out registration even for the virtual event, specifically because of how much bandwidth it takes to do it that way. So we'll come back to any questions you might have on internetmastery.live in Miami in a few minutes. So if you have them, think about them, and then you can post them, and we'll be happy to answer them. The event itself is not going to be focused on AI. There were some questions about how much AI is going to be involved in it. We are, for right now, there'll be a little bit of that talked about in terms of how it's going to impact our business as we move forward. And at the same time, we're keeping the AI section and segment of the business separate. So we will have a Writer AI, which is going to take place in Boca on the 2 days following the event itself. So the 3rd, 4th, and 5th is internetmastery.live in Miami. And then the 6th and 7th is Writer AI in Boca. And Writer AI will start at 10 a.m. on the 6th. It will go until 5. We will then take a break. We're going to go for a team dinner on Tuesday evening. And then on Wednesday, it'll start again at 10, and it'll conclude somewhere between 4 and 5, depending on where we're at. At Writer AI, you're going to be introduced. That event is already sold out. But for everyone who's going to be there, remember it's going to be in Boca at our new headquarters. We're currently setting up our classroom, if you want to call it a classroom, set up in the office itself. In fact, I believe the chairs just arrived today. The tables are going to arrive early next week. The big screens have been ordered. So we're rolling out the red carpet. Maybe we'll even have some balloons. Who knows? But it'll be exciting for you all that are coming to Writer AI to be able to interact with the team in Boca, interact with each other. It'll be a very, very small group of about 15 people is my guess. Could be one or two more, one or two less. Can't be a whole lot more because we don't have the space. So that's the way that's going to be set up. You'll get to meet the people at the Prep Center. You'll be able to interact and see what the Prep Center is all about for the very first time. No one's ever been let in to the Prep Center in Boca, so that's going to be exciting. We may even let you prep some items. Who knows? We'll see what the day looks like. I also want to let you know that there's a new technology that's coming that we will be releasing in Miami/Boca called Fiction AI. And Fiction AI is different than Lister AI, and it's different than Writer AI. It's specific to creating a novel, a fiction novel. And we've been working on this technology for almost 5 months. It's very, very challenging to create a software that writes a novel that has conversation and dialogue and plot and intrigue I cannot wait to share that with some of you because it's truly spectacular. I mean, it's as cutting edge as anything that is on the market now, as is with all of our technology. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight into that. I was looking at that today, walking through that process of what that fiction AI is, and it's just truly incredible. So with that being said, let me just talk about a few other things. There have been a few people that have posted in Facebook recently, more new students than not, that have posted in Facebook saying, hey, I got this opportunity with Amazon. They reached out to me. They want to train me. They want to help me. They want to be my liaison. And so let me just give you my unsolicited, because no one's asked me for my opinion, my unsolicited advice. And that is ignore anything that Amazon offers you. This is intentional. It's not that we're afraid that you're going to learn something that Amazon's going to teach you that we're not teaching you. You need to understand that Amazon is not in the education business. Amazon is not in the how to run your own business. Amazon is in the how to do what's best for Amazon business. And Amazon experts in Amazon University, whatever they call it these days, don't give the right advice. They don't give the right way for you to move your business forward. And it's conflicting because you're going to learn one way to do it with Internet Mastery. Then you're going to hear someone at Amazon say, hey, maybe you want to do it this way. That way may sound better, but it may not. I don't know what you're hearing. But what I want to remind you of is that when you are given the wrong information by Amazon and then you have issues with your Amazon account, there's nothing that Amazon can do to help you. So I've been dealing with Amazon seller support since 2014. That's now 10 years. I've been dealing with seller support. And I can tell you with certainty that they have literally no idea what they're talking about. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not putting them down. I'm sure they're very wonderful and very nice people, but they don't know what they're talking about. If you call Amazon support and talk to 5 people, you get 5 different answers. And I'm only sharing this with you because if I felt that Amazon support was going to give you what you needed, we would not build an Amazon support team. We give you this support, the coaching, the Facebook group, the guidance, the help, the answers to your questions, because we know exactly what you need to move forward. And when you don't know what you don't know, and it sounds really cool, and again, I'm not putting anyone at Amazon down. I'm just telling you, you don't know what you don't know. We know what you don't know. And we know exactly what you need to know to move forward. So I'm not telling you not to communicate with them. I'm not telling you not to listen to them. I can't do that. I can't tell you what to do. I can only give you guidance on what I think you should do. And the closer you can follow that, the more money you're going to make. How's that sound? Also, I want to just do a quick shout out. Folks, this week I posted 2 videos on YouTube through our Facebook community. We host all the videos on YouTube. But the videos are in the Facebook group. They are at the top of the updates and insights in the eLibrary. And actually, I posted 3 videos in the last week. One of the videos was about ancient wisdom. That video was just a few minutes long. The second video that I posted was on the 12 months of Amazon selling. And that video was, I don't remember how long that video was, but it was a few minutes long. And then the third video I just posted yesterday about a baseball player who hit a no-hitter, or pitched a no-hitter rather. And I don't want to take the story away from you, but here's the reason I'm sharing this with you. Of those 3 videos, the most popular one of the 3 has had about 110 views. And since I watch them over and over and over again, I don't know how many views are people other than me. But the point is that you need to watch these videos. You need to educate yourself. You need to, if you can't find them in Facebook, and you've all heard me say that I hate the Facebook feed because things get pushed down so fast and it's just not user-friendly, is go to the eLibrary. Everybody has access. And click the video series that says Updates and Insights. And in that Updates and Insights, you'll see in order by the date they were released, the newest at the top, you'll see those videos. Spend a few minutes each day. Some of the videos are good enough. They're 2.5 minutes long. Watch the same video every day if you need to, because they will help you grow your business. We have so much support and so much opportunity to give you the things that you need. And so I just want to suggest that to you. Again, I can't watch them for you, but I can advise you on what it is that you could be doing. You should be planning what you want your 2024 to look like. So here we are, a little bit into January. We have February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We have InternetMastery.live in Miami, and then we have Writer AI in Boca. The next event after that, for those of you that are planning your calendar, is March 9th. Now, that event will not be broadcast. So just to be clear, that will be a closed-door event. There's no chance, no how, no way that event is going to be broadcast. It's going to take place March 9th in Las Vegas. And it is the perfect event for everyone and anyone that is interested in wholesale. It's also the perfect event for anyone and everyone that just wants to get together with anyone and everyone in our Internet Mastery community. It's a one-day event. It's from 9 to 5 on Saturday with a dinner that evening. I don't know if we're going to do a show or not. I think we're just going to do dinner, is my guess. I think I've actually confirmed that, but I'm now talking out loud and can't remember. But I'm pretty sure it's just dinner that night. And then on Sunday, we have the ASD Trade Show, March 10th. And on that Sunday, I plan on taking a bunch of our Inner Circle members to a walkthrough of negotiating with wholesalers. Sometimes, not that August is bad, but sometimes August is a little bit late when it comes to getting your wholesalers in place. Which lends me now to one other topic that I want to talk about, and that is the Prep Center. Before I do, let me just recap, okay? The event in Las Vegas will have a maximum of 50 attendees. It's going to be me all day. There won't be any guest speakers. It'll be me and you all day for 9 to 5, just going over wholesale strategies. We'll be able to talk about some other things, but it's predominantly about wholesale, about going to the trade show, about negotiating. I've talked to a lot of people that want to get into the wholesale side, and quite frankly, between me and you watching, there's a lot of us that are in the wholesale side that are not getting the best deals. They're not doing the best in negotiating. They're not having the lowest possible purchase prices. So we're going to be going through all of that, and it's going to be a fairly intensive hands-on day. So I really want you to get good at understanding the wholesalers, negotiating with the wholesalers, handling objections, and dealing with the wholesalers in a way that we've not taught before. So I'm actually really excited about that opportunity. And then the last thing that I want to mention to you and talk with you about is the Prep Center. So I have really good news and then maybe less good news, but then it's really good news about the Prep Center. So the Prep Center team is growing and expanding. We've just brought on another person at the Prep Center who's phenomenal. So the Prep Center team is amazing. We've just moved into a new facility where the Prep Center is now 2.5 times bigger than the Prep Center was before. So for the last 2 years or so, once we opened Prep Center 2.0, we had one space, and now we have a brand new space, and it's just like it feels so good to be in it. The downside of it is that there's not a lot of use going through the Prep Center at the moment. So what I want to do is I want to remind you, just like I did last week, that the Prep Center is your friend. The Prep Center is your strategic advantage when it comes to selling on Amazon. All items typically will go through a 3 to 5 day period. So once they arrive, they leave within 3 to 5 business days. More than half of the items that are arriving now are leaving the same day that they arrive. So I want to challenge you to up your Prep Center game. The fact is that and I've talked about this before, but whether you're in an unlimited plan or whether you have to pay for credits, make sure of two things. Number one, you're submitting your Prep Center plan before you buy your inventory. I have to say it because this week we had 9 or 10 plans come in that people paid admin fees for, and we just want that to be zero. The second thing is, for your time, if you want to scale your business, think about what you want in 2024. Think about what you want beyond 2024. Do you really want to double? Do you really want to 5x? Do you really want to 10x your business? If you do, you can't do it all yourself. You simply can't. And I think one of the goals and objectives of having a business is to have freedom to do what you want, where you want, when you want, how you want, as often as you want, with whomever you want. And that means not doing that side of the business. It's a business expense, it's a cost of doing business, and it is certainly better and more cost-effective than managing employees and having a warehouse. However you decide you run your business, that's your business, right? But I just want to make sure and remind you all to continue to send the items in. I know I said this last week, so my apologies for repeating myself, but I think it's a very valid point. So often we have students that are, let's call them elite members. And in the first 4 months of being an elite member, they have unlimited prep services. So what do? They send in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of items every month, and they start making really good sales. And then what happens? Then they have to think twice about sending to the prep center after the 4th month because they have to pay for prep credits. Well, then what happens is they don't send nearly as much in because they're worried about making the payments of the prep credits. And then what happens to their sales? They go down. And so it's a cycle. It really, really simple business, okay? The more you sell, the more you ship. And the more you ship, the more you sell. It is not a hard business. It is not a complex business. The more you ship, the more you sell. And the more you sell, the more you make. If you're buying credits, all you have to do is add $2 in to your cost, and now the prep credits are paid for. By the way, for all of you that are Inner Circle members, congratulations on getting your NFTs long before this surge. There's a little bit of a dip today. That's normal after everything that's going on. But Bitcoin ETFs have been passed. That's a huge deal for cryptocurrency. Next up is Ethereum's ETF. And so you can expect the crypto, in my opinion, you can expect crypto over the next 12 to 18 months to see some of the biggest growth it's ever seen. So that is exciting for those of you that have gotten involved in that side of it, not only just as an Inner Circle member, but also in having some crypto in your portfolios, which I know some of you do. So I'm happy to stop and take some questions and see what you've got going on, see if there's anything I can answer, see if there's anything I can help you with, and we'll just do this as an open forum. So please feel free to post your questions. Remember, if you are new and this is your first or second Internet Mastery Live, at the top of the group, you should be able to accept the Ecamm Live button, or accept the terms or whatever the button says, and that will allow me to see your name while you're posting your questions. So we have a lot of stuff going on. Apparently I'm not, let me see, hold on one sec. So let me just check something out here real fast. Let me take a look at this and see. Yeah, looks like we're good. All right, let's see if there's any other questions. Anybody have any questions? So Mimi, I'm not sure what you mean. The IM link with eBay, I'm not sure what you mean. We don't have an IM Connect with eBay currently. We're thinking about adding it in. We've talked about adding it in, but I'm not sure what your question is. So if you have a question, please feel free to ask it. I am looking forward to meeting you, by the way, in Miami. That's going to be exciting, Mimi. Mimi in Miami. Miami. Anyway, excellent. So does anybody have any questions about the upcoming InternetMastery.live event, either the in-person event in Miami or the virtual event in Miami? Does anybody have any questions about the upcoming event in March in Las Vegas? Any questions that any of you have? So again, remember, we start 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on day one. There will be no planned activities on day one, so you can go out and enjoy Miami. On day two, it'll be 9 to 5. Then from 6 to 8, we'll have a VIP dinner, and then we'll be 9 to 1 on Sunday, 10 to 5 on Tuesday in Boca, and 10 to 4 on Wednesday in Boca. Is there crypto training on Bitcoin, et cetera? There will be in 2024. And there will be for our Inner Circle members. We will not have crypto training as part of this Internet Mastery program. But if you're an Inner Circle member, you can be on the lookout. It'll be coming soon, where we'll have our crypto training for our Inner Circle. Or for our Inner Circle members. Okay, I love crypto. I mean, I've been investing in crypto, since 2017, and it's been I will tell you. The journey in crypto is very interesting for me when it comes to human psychology. And really, I think it goes along with life in general, right? You pick who you want to listen to and who you want to follow, and as close as you want to follow them. And I've been telling people to invest in crypto for a long time. And those people that took advantage of what I suggested are really happy right now. And those that didn't, wish they had, and that's just the way life is, right? So it's very, very, very exciting. It's an exciting time, and I'll tell you what, I keep seeing questions about product sourcing and about arbitrage and about buying from retailers and this challenge and that challenge and over here, over there. Make sure you watch that video that I did on the 12 months of the year of what you should be focusing in on from a product sourcing perspective. But one of the things you're going to learn is that everything takes time. I'll give you an example. This video that I just did yesterday, where I talked about this baseball pitcher. One of the things I was thinking about after that video was over was, how does somebody make it to be a Major League Baseball player? How does somebody do that? Here's what we know for sure. When they start in the kids leagues, when they're little, right? They're just like in the little in school, preschool even, and they have like baseball, and they play games, and they learn how to get how to play the game, right? But nobody who's in 8th grade baseball or 9th grade freshman year in high school baseball plays in the major leagues. And then you got to go to the minor leagues, and then you hope you get to the major leagues. In other words, if you started playing baseball when you were 7 or 8 years old, it would be at least 14 to 16 years in order for you to get to the major leagues. Understand that everything takes time. Everything. And so when we have new students, and we have a lot of you, thank you all for being here, by the way, we love all of our newest students, who tell me that they've been doing this for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and they're struggling to find their first set of products. I congratulate them. You should be struggling. If you weren't struggling, something would be wrong. Everything takes time. There is literally nothing in this world that you can become an expert at in 4 weeks. Nothing. And I can tell you that as amazing as our Internet Mastery community is, and this is an amazing place, none of us are experts. We might be really good. We might have sold millions and millions and millions of dollars, but there's always more to learn. There are always little tweaks and turns that you can integrate and implement in your business. And with the changing of technology and the strategies being updated and all of the advancements, the opportunity is unlimited. And so if you're at $1 million a year, my question is, why aren't you at $1 million a month? If you're at $100,000 a year, my question is, why aren't you at $100,000 a month? If you're at $1,000 a year because you just started, why aren't you at $1,000 a month? Everybody's objectives and everybody's goals are going to be different. But if you apply the principles that we are sharing, there is no doubt that the future has unlimited potential. Remember what I said earlier and what I said last week. If you're doing all the prep yourself, there's no way to scale your business beyond a certain point. The only way to scale is to get a warehouse and hire employees or utilize the prep center. You need to sometimes just think a little bit bigger and a little bit more creatively. We have students who will say to me, Adam, I really want to come to InternetMastery.live in Miami virtually because I can't make it in person. I want to come virtually. But that's a lot of money to pay for a ticket, $400 for 2.5 days. I get it. You're getting 20 hours of training for $400. That's $20 an hour you're paying for training. I understand. It's not free. And for some people, it might be a big component to your starting budget. But what I want you to really understand is that that is an investment into your growth. It's a tax deduction, but it's an investment into your business. If you can learn one thing in that 20 hours that doubles your income, it is absolutely worth being there. So when we're thinking about it from a business perspective, you always want to be in the room, even if it's virtually. You always want to surround yourself with people like you that want to go to the next level. So we'll figure it out. If it makes sense, you'll do it. If it doesn't make sense, you'll do it next time, if there's a next time, depending on how your business goes. But let's make sure we're focused on doing what it is that we need to do. So I would love to answer some questions, but it sounds to me like nobody has a lot of questions. Oh, so I could just keep chatting away if you want me to, but I'd rather take some questions if you don't, if you have them. Don't force yourself to ask them. But again, I always say the same thing every Friday. We get literally like dozens and dozens of questions posted in the Facebook group every single day. If you just come here and ask me directly, then I can get you the fastest answer to your question that you possibly can have. I think somebody asked a question the other day about returns, for example. They said, well, what happens if a customer returns something and Amazon takes it back and gives the customer their money back? What happens? I don't know what you mean, what happens? It happens the same thing if you were going to have your own retail store. The thing about returns is while they don't happen a lot, returns are a normal part of business. So when you're working with Amazon and you have customers, you send them their items, new condition, they use them. Remember, everyone on Amazon can use everything for a month before you send it back. Let me give you an example. So I bought this new calendar that I've been, just jotting stuff down in. And I wanted a pencil. I wanted a really, really nice pencil. I figured if I'm going to have to write, I don't want like a yellow number 2 and then have to buy a sharpener. I don't want to feel like I'm in school. I want to buy myself a badass pencil. So I went on Amazon. I read all the reviews. I spent like 3 hours researching, and I found my $40 mechanical pencil. Okay, for real now. Okay, so I find a pencil, and when the pencil came, I started writing with it, and it was like heavenly. It was just so smooth. And my wife says to me, she says, "Where's the eraser?" I said, "I don't know." Well, shit, there's no eraser. Like I spent all of this time, and the only reason she thought about the eraser is because when I asked her if she had a pencil I could use, the first thing I had said to her at that point is, "Does it have an eraser?" Because I know I'm going to make mistakes. That's why I want to write in pencil. So she says to me, "Where's the pencil?" I'm like, "Oh my." "Where's the eraser?" I was like, "Oh my." Back to the drawing board. So I went back to Amazon. I ended up getting this. I'll show you. You won't be able to. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't even know if I can open it. But here, let me see if I can hold it up. So I got this like kit, okay? And it's got 1, 2, 3 pencils. It's got some lead. It's got like erasers. The pencil has an eraser on it with some replacement erasers. I'm like, this is great. I took it out. I wrote it. Smooth as silk, right? But my point in telling you this is that when I got the first pencil, the $40 pencil, I used it. I wrote with it. I took it out of the package. And now I'm sending it back to Amazon. Why? Because that's why we buy on Amazon. Because Amazon has this return policy. So you have to understand that all businesses are going to have returns. Now, it's not exciting when it happens. You can write it off. You can take a loss. And again, it doesn't happen very often. But you can't be in a retail business and sell on Amazon and then expect not to have returns. Now, if it's damaged in shipping, if it's a lost by the carrier, Amazon's going to handle all of that for you. But if it's an issue that is specifically related to your product, they're going to ding your account. And it's terrible when it happens. Like, it feels really bad. But here's the goal, okay? The goal is sell enough to not have to worry about it. Now, let me tell you one of the things we're going to be covering in Miami, because a lot of you have asked me about it, okay? A lot of you have asked for the subject. So some of you know, some of you don't know, but on Amazon, the main things that I sell today is my own brand of sports nutrition and sports supplements. And we had a wide range and a wide variety of products. We've literally narrowed it down to 2 products. And so my entire lineup currently exists of actively selling on Amazon 2 products, okay? And we're selling about $2,500 a day of these 2 products. And I'm going to talk about this in Miami because I'm going to walk you through some of the concepts of starting to create your own products. Now, this will apply to a small percentage of you. The majority of you will not be in the financial situation to do it that way. Not yet, but at least you'll start to learn some of the things that you need to do. And again, this will be specific for this event. So I'm launching in the next 10 days. I shouldn't say launch means goes live on Amazon, right? So I'm not going to have them live on Amazon in the next 10 days, but in the next couple of weeks, certainly by Miami, they should be available. We're launching 3 new products. One is a longevity product, a longevity supplement. One is a menopause supplement. And my wife said I could take it because the first 3 words are man. I'm probably not going to take it. And then the third one is a product that has 2 different types of magnesium combined with ashwagandha. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is that the average cost of 1 bottle of supplement, the average cost of 1 bottle is roughly $15. You have to pay a little bit of a formulation fee to the doctor to formulate it. And then about $15 on average across the 3 products. The minimum order for my first order, I negotiated down from 2,000 units to 1,000 units. Now, that's not 1,000 units total. That's 1,000 units per item. So there's 3 items, 3,000 units, or $45,000. You have to pay half up front and half when the item ships. I still need to design, so I need to hire a designer, the labels. I need to print the labels, all of that stuff. And then we have to build the Amazon listing, and we have to do some sponsored advertising on Amazon. So all in, it's about $20,000 per launch. We're going to launch 3 of them before Miami. We just finalized the formulas yesterday. And the reason that I'm sharing this with you is because there's no guarantee I'm going to sell anything. I think it's going to be gangbusters, right? We're at $2,500 a day from 2 products. So we'd like to be over $5,000 a day from 5 products and build up that residual and build up that subscribe and save so that people order it over and over and over again. And when you have this side of the business, it's a game changer for you. And you say, well, but I'm just starting. I haven't even literally sold my first item yet. I'm brand new. Great. You got something to look forward to in 3 years. It's right. If I want to be a doctor, I still have to spend 4 years in undergrad school. If I want to be a lawyer, I have to spend 4 years in undergrad school before I can even apply and go to medical school or law school. And so understanding the long term of where you want to be is always good as well. So we'll talk about this in Miami. I'll share with you the roadmap of how we do it. And you can apply it literally to any product, but I'll explain why I think a consumable product is a better product to make than just any product at all. We may even talk a little bit about how to use AI to help you in the development of your product, but that's too much information for today. So let's take a quick peek here. Again, I was just telling you the story because I was hopeful that I'd see a bunch of questions posted in the chat box, and I don't see any. So I see lots of hellos, but I don't see lots of questions. But I'm really excited that you're here. I tell you what, 2024 is going to be a very awesome year, and we're just barely into it. I will give you just one other little nugget. As some of you are aware, going into the fall of 2023, we made the decision to discontinue the pro opportunity. So we just had more of the elite and not the pro. A few weeks ago, I made the decision to bring the pro back. So we have had a few new pro members join us, and so welcome, congratulations to you. For those of you that are elite members that missed the opportunity or missed the window to upgrade to pro, which gives you tremendous benefit with additional mentor sessions, instant wholesale analyzer, and 9 months of unlimited prep services. If you're using the Prep Center a lot, then upgrading to pro makes a difference and can save you a bunch of money over the long run. So we'll talk about that in Miami as well. If you're going to be joining us, if you're interested in going from elite to pro, you can let us know. You can always send an email or schedule a session, that sort of thing. So I thank you all for being here. It's a great day. Isn't it a great day? It's like 80-something degrees out here in South Florida. I'm sorry if it's cold where you are. I've heard that in some parts of America and Canada, there's snow. It's been a long time since I've seen snow. I have seen ice, but that's in my freezer when I need to go get a glass of something cold. Otherwise, I haven't really seen ice either. Sorry, didn't want to make you feel like, but whatever. Come hang out with us in Miami. It'll be nice and warm in a few weeks. So thank you very much for being here, everybody. Have an awesome day. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And I will see you next week. Take care, everyone.